Hi, I'm Karin Goldgruber. I'm a certified EFT Emotional Freedom Techniques practitioner. I'm originally from Austria and I now live and work in Canada for over 25 years. And I'm also a highly sensitive person.
And I'm Brenda Blair. I am a certified EFT practitioner as well. I'm originally from Ireland, but now I am living in Ashland, Southern Oregon for the last 5.5 years since I met my husband.
All right. And Brenda and I will be tapping today. We'll be using EFT. I found that EFT Emotional Freedom Techniques really helps me as a highly sensitive person to deal with a lot of stress and overwhelm that I feel because I'm very sensitive. I notice things in my environment, and EFT really helps me to reduce the stress and to feel more confident and competent as a highly sensitive person. All right. Anything that you want to add, Brenda, before we get started?
No, it was a revelation to me to learn that I was a highly sensitive person. I didn't understand that I was a highly sensitive person, and yet there were situations that I now see arise from that.
And many people don't know that they're a highly sensitive person and that this is an innate trait that we're born with. The scientific name for it is sensory processing sensitivity. And basically, it says that our nervous system picks up things much deeper. We notice things in our environment. We get easily overstimulated by a constant flood of information that we notice, that we deeply process. We are easily overstimulated, and then when we are overstimulated, we overreact. And calming down our nervous system, EFT is a really good tool for that, for self-regulation. All right. Brenda, you're ready to do some tapping?
I'm ready.
All right. What would you like to tap on today?
Okay, so I think one of the most difficult things for me is when I go into groups of people, and I'm in a group of people and people are talking. I find it, oh my goodness, it just leaves me. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like, let me out of here, let me out of here. It's too much, and as a result, I very often shy away from going to events where I know there are going to be a lot of people, particularly when people are moving around and talking. I mean, my idea of hell is a cocktail party.
Okay.
And it doesn't help that I'm short. So everybody's up there and I'm down here and it's all this noise. Yeah.
Above you and like, oh.
Yeah.
No one. And when you're thinking back of the last time that you were in a large group of people with all the noise, what was the feeling that you were experiencing?
I'm thinking I go to a meeting on a Monday morning, once every 2 weeks. And depending on the house, it if it's a bit confined, there could be 15, 17, 18 people. And when they come in initially, they stand around talking. And I never figure out the right thing to do, whether to get in early and get gradually used to the noise, or whether to come in as late as I can. But it's like the noise just feels like it pierces my body, it's like in all my cells, and it's like,
So is it almost like a physical sensation, this piercing, the noise that's piercing your...
Yeah, it feels like my whole nervous system is shaken up. And I put in little kind of ear things, but it only reduces it a bit. I can still feel my nervous system feels really shaken.
This a shaky feeling. If you're thinking back of the last time you were at that meeting, when you're thinking about it now, do you still feel that? Like, can you still remember it and recall it?
Yeah, it's not obviously not as intense as it was then, but Yeah, I could feel that shaky feeling kind of
And
my nervous system.
on a scale from
Yeah.
0 to 10, where 0 is nothing and 10 is the highest, how high would you rate the intensity of the shaky feeling?
Experiencing it now, it would be around a 3 or 4.
Okay. And the shaky feeling, is it, you said it's all over your body and
It feels like it's in all my cells.
all your cells? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, since we're gonna be tapping on our face, we washed our hands before, so we suggest that you wash your hands every time before you tap and tap on your face points. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Even though
Even though
I feel this shakiness in all my cells
I feel this shakiness in all my cells,
when I think of that Monday meeting,
when I think of that Monday meeting,
and right here, right now, I am okay.
and right here, right now, I am okay.
Even though
Even though
I still feel this shakiness in my body
I still feel this shakiness in my body.
when I think of all the noise at the Monday meeting.
When I think of all the noise at the Monday meeting,
And right here, right now, I'm okay.
and right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though
Even though
I can still feel the shakiness in all my cells
I can still feel the shakiness in all my cells,
when I think of all the noise
when I think of all the noise
at the Monday meeting.
and one person's voice louder than the others at the Monday meeting.
Okay, and one person's voice louder than everybody's at the Monday meeting. When you were thinking about that person's voice right now, did the intensity go up?
Yeah, I went up to about a 5.
Okay. Okay. What's when you're thinking of that voice, what is it that really makes you feel
It's
like shaky,
piercing.
piercing?
It's
Okay.
piercing. Yeah.
Ah, that piercing voice,
That piercing voice.
that piercing voice.
That piercing voice.
I feel it in every cell of my body.
I feel it in every cell of my body.
This piercing voice.
This piercing voice.
I feel it in every cell of my body.
I feel it in every cell of my body.
This piercing voice.
This piercing voice.
This shaky feeling.
This shaky feeling.
This piercing voice.
This piercing voice.
This shaky feeling in all my cells.
This shaky feeling in all my cells.
Mm.
Yeah, it feels a lot calmer. I say it's probably down around a 2.
All right. And is it still the same piercing voice?
Yeah, it doesn't seem quite as piercing.
Okay.
Um, but I'm still aware of its effect on my body. I mean, I can visualize myself there and everybody talking, and her voice rising above everybody else's. But it's not as yeah. I'm not feeling it as strongly in my body.
But you're aware of her voice and it's you feel it in still in all your cells as you're thinking about the voice.
Yeah, it's about it too.
Okay. Even though
Even though
I can still feel her piercing voice
I can still feel her piercing voice
in every cell of my body.
in every cell of my body.
And right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
Even though
Even though
when I think of Monday morning,
when I think of Monday morning,
I can still feel her piercing voice
I can still feel her piercing voice
and the shaky feeling in all my cells.
The shaky feeling in all my cells.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
So as the acceptance statement that we use at the end here, we can use I'm okay, or right here, right now, I'm okay, or I deeply accept myself and how I feel. And we use, and as you have noticed, we focus on the so-called negative, but we are speaking about the things that, the problems and how we feel about them in order to change them. And as you have noticed, as you focus on it, things are shifting for Brenda already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not as strong in her memory anymore. So let's do one more.
Okay.
Even though I can
still
still hear her piercing voice,
and still hear her piercing voice,
and I feel shaky when I think of her piercing voice.
and I feel shaky when I think of her piercing voice.
And right here, right now, I am okay.
Right here, right now, I am okay.
The shaky feeling,
The shaky feeling,
her piercing voice,
her piercing voice,
the piercing voice,
piercing voice,
the shaky feeling in all my cells,
shaky feeling in all my cells,
her piercing voice,
her piercing voice,
shaky feeling in all my cells,
shaky feeling in all my cells,
her piercing voice,
her piercing voice,
her my shaky feeling,
my shaky feeling
her piercing voice.
with her hearing her voice, her piercing voice. Okay.
When you're thinking of Monday morning right now, and next time you're gonna be there and everybody's already in and you're shorter than everybody, so there's all this noise, and there may be 17, 18 people, so it's quite noisy, and suddenly you hear her voice. She's coming in and just talking. What's your reaction?
Feels okay. Feels okay. But you're really going to laugh at this. There is somebody with some sort of machine in the distance. It's like a drill that's going, and it's going.
I know.
Come on. I was setting my teeth on edge, and I know it's probably quite a distance off, but I can still hear it, even through with the headphones on.
And that's very often, like for me, it's a vacuum. When I hear vacuum, it's just like, and you know what? I didn't even, now that I think of it, I never tapped on it. So do you want to tap on the feeling that you're getting with the drill right now?
Yeah, might as well. It's still going.
It's still going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on my, the feeling that I get when I hear vacuum. And I'm going to write down my intensity, because I'm going to borrow benefits from Brenda. When you tap along with somebody and you have a problem that you are aware of, and then you just put it aside, many times the intensity of your feelings is going down as well. So I'm going to write mine down, and then I'll check with yours, Brenda. Okay, so when you're...
It's stopped now, but I can still feel the effect of it on my body. And he might start off up any moment.
What was the effect on your body hearing the drill, even through your headphones, as we were talking?
It was like that kind of clenching. It was like, it really felt like my teeth were on edge. It was like,
So would you say it's a clenching, my teeth were on edge feeling? Would that be appropriate to say?
That would sum it up.
I wonder what the emoji would be for that.
It's that feeling. That's what the feeling, the emotion feels like.
And how intense is that feeling right now when you're thinking of the drill?
It's about a 5.
Okay. And you feel it right in your teeth, right?
In my jaw and teeth, yeah.
Jaw and teeth. Okay. Even though
Okay. Even though
I'm feeling this feeling,
even though I'm feeling this feeling,
this clenching in my teeth,
this clenching in my face,
like my teeth were on edge feeling,
like my teeth were on edge feeling.
and I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I can still feel the feeling of the drill.
I can still feel that feeling of the drill.
Even though the drill has stopped now.
Even though the drill has stopped now.
And right now, I am okay.
Right now, I am okay.
Even though
I
still feel this clenching feeling.
I still feel this clenching feeling.
In my jaw and teeth.
My jaw and teeth.
Just thinking about the drill.
Just thinking about the drill.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
The sound of the drill.
The sound of the drill.
This feeling.
This feeling.
The sound of the drill.
The sound of the drill.
The feeling in my teeth and jaw.
The feeling in my teeth and jaw.
This clenching feeling.
This clenching feeling.
The sound of the drill.
The sound of the drill.
Through my headphones.
Through my headphones.
Sound of the drill.
Sound of the drill.
This clenching feeling.
This clenching feeling. Okay, that feels okay, but what came to me just there halfway through the round was leaf blowers.
Okay.
Oh my God, leaf blowers. Somebody said somewhere something about the leaf blower wars in the Midwest. That's like, I get it, you know. It's like I get so angry with people. We have lovely next door neighbors, and they have a gardener who comes at 8, sometimes 7:30 in the morning, and he starts using a leaf blower in autumn, and he uses it, I think, through the year if there's the slightest amount of leaves anywhere. But it's 7:30 in the morning. I really leaves me feeling angry.
And when you're thinking of him right now, you know, maybe blowing off, or the last time in the fall when he was blowing off the leaves and everything, 7:30 in the morning, and I know you like to sleep late.
I'm not good in the morning. My nervous system takes a long time to come into this world in the morning.
So when you're thinking back of that, how strong is the anger right now of him, like 7:30, like blowing those leaves?
It's a good 5.
Okay. And that anger, where do you feel it in your body, Brenda?
I feel it in my solar plexus.
All right. And when you're thinking of the drill right now, how's the feeling about the drill? Is there still anything there, or?
No, it's gone.
Okay. All right. Even though
I
feel this anger in my solar plexus.
I feel this anger in my solar plexus.
When I think of my neighbor.
When I think of my neighbor.
At 7:30 in the morning.
My neighbor's gardener. My neighbor's
gardener. Okay. The gardener using the leaf blower.
Using the leaf blower. And I think, how could he be so inconsiderate?
How can he be so inconsiderate? It's 7:30 in the morning.
7:30 in the morning.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though
I
feel angry.
I want to wring his neck.
I want to wring his neck. When he uses the leaf blower at 7:30 in the morning.
When he uses the leaf blower at 7:30 in the morning.
And I have a very vivid imagination.
I know. I have too.
I saw the headline. And I deeply and completely accept myself.
Completely upset myself. I'm sorry, I'm just getting the headline of irate Irish woman lassos gardener over leaf blower. Oh, um, I'm not actually feeling angry anymore. It's too funny.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it
Well,
then.
let me just check in. Just let me check in.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm just trying to bring myself back to thinking. He's 7:30 in the morning and he is using the leaf blower. Yeah, it's more irritated now than angry.
Okay. Why are you
I'm
irritated?
I'm irritated that he doesn't have more consideration.
And this irritation on a scale from 0 to 10, how strong is it right now?
It's about a 4 or 5, something like that.
And where in your body do you feel it?
Oh, I feel that in my solar plexus.
Okay. Even though I feel this irritation, that the gardener has not more consideration for others.
That the gardener has not more consideration for others.
And I can feel it in my solar plexus.
And I can feel it in my solar plexus.
And right here, right now, I am okay.
And right here, right now, I am okay.
Even though
I
feel this irritation in my solar plexus.
I feel this irritation in my solar plexus.
When I think of the gardener using the leaf blower.
When I think of the gardener using the leaf blower.
At 7:30 in the morning.
At 7:30 in the morning.
And right here, right now, I am okay.
Right here, right now, I am okay.
Even though I feel this irritation in my solar plexus.
I feel this irritation in my solar plexus.
Why doesn't he have more consideration?
Why doesn't he have more consideration?
And right here, right now, I'm okay.
Right here, right now, I'm okay.
This irritation.
7:30
in the morning.
7:30 in the morning.
This irritation. The gardener really irritates me. Leaf blower at 7:30 in the morning.
Leaf blower at 7:30 in the morning.
I feel really irritated.
I feel really irritated.
All this irritation.
All this irritation.
I feel really irritated.
I feel really irritated.
Let's see. Fall is coming for sure. Gonna be lots of leaves, you know. He's gonna come every morning at 7:30, maybe even earlier. And he's gonna use his leaf blower. How do you feel right now thinking about that?
I think I feel kind of resigned. I don't feel irritated. I just feel like it's just a what's the expression? It's just part of life in this part of the world, and so I feel kind of resigned. And really, I think where I'm shifting to is what can I do to keep myself so that I'm not getting upset by it. So how can I resource myself so that I'm not getting upset by it?
Mm-hmm. Are there any feelings left of anger or irritation about it, or?
No, it's more just an acceptance of this is the way it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Brenda. Let me quickly check in on my vacuum. Okay, I had a set level of 5. And it's funny because I have one of those little vacuums that are like robots that, you know, that
Oh, yes,
vacuum
yeah.
and stuff. So I'm like, why am I still getting upset about the sound of a vacuum? I usually start it when I leave the house, so I don't even hear it. So
Yeah.
it's funny how we are still in the past with feelings that are not even, they don't even apply anymore, right? But they're still here. You feel them when you check in. So, but now I'm like, well, I don't hear it because I'm out of the house.
But if you
So,
went somewhere where there was a vacuum, you would probably immediately tap into that.
okay, let's think about that. Well, the thing is, when you come and visit somebody, they usually stop the vacuum, so I'm good.
No, they don't. We visited a friend, and 4 o'clock in the morning, this thing started rolling around over our head. And it turned out to be her robot vacuum that she had on a timer for 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
I know. We didn't know what was happening. We thought it was a train crash or something. The train's come by or
Because
something.
it can be really loud
A robot vacuum.
in the middle of
So
the.
if I'd known about EFT, then I could have, if I thought about it, I could have used EFT to bring down our level of.
Is this a good point for you to stop today, Brenda?
I think so. I think so. I think this has been. I mean, it's been really valuable, and it's been so much fun at the same time because I can, I can see that the levels have come down, and I can look at how I can resource myself. And it'll be interesting to see the next time I go into one of these meetings what actually happens. So
And
that'll be a real test as to the effectiveness of how much work I've done on this, and the
which is
effectiveness
always
of the
nice
tapping we've done.
because sometimes we think, oh, we've tapped all the irritation, all the anger away,
Mm-hmm.
and then there might be just
Mm-hmm.
one thing, maybe a phrase that the woman uses all the time that may,
Yep.
make you feel angry or something. So it's going to be interesting, and we should check in next time or after you have been to one of her meetings and see how that went.
I will let you know, Karin, and thank
All
you so
right.
much. Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you. Thank
Brenda.
you. Thank you.